Hello and happy Tuesday. My name is Wendy Lee from CreativeLeeYours.com, and I'm excited to be here for another crafty fun project. Yay! So my head is moving to Christmas, not entirely, but we are going to do a fun little stocking stuffer. We want all of our family and friends to be excited when they're getting all their goodies out of their stocking at Christmas, right? So why not add a little crafty flair to each of your little items that you drop down in? I think it's going to just make everybody have a warm fuzzy, and they'll be even more excited about all those lovely items that you're gifting them. So I'm going to switch the camera over and we will get started with our crafty fun. Oh, before I do that, you might notice behind my head here, there are some projects hanging up. Those are a sneak peek, really, of my Boughs of Holly card class. I just posted that in the last few days. It is a 5-card class, but I can be your holiday helper and it can turn into a 25-card class if you choose that option. So I've got a couple different options out there. I will make sure that I give you the link to that, or you can head over to my website at CreativeLeeYours.com and go to the classes and events tab and check out all the things I have going on there. All right, let's switch the camera over and start our fun. Yay! All right, so I am featuring the Boughs of Holly stamp and die bundle. So this is our little treat we're going to make. Isn't that fun? Wouldn't you like to have a little candy bar that is beautiful like this? Oh, so much fun. So I'm going to show you how to make this super fast and easy. You can make a whole bunch of these. You can get at least 2 out of 1 sheet of designer series paper. Yeah. Let me think. You might even be able to get 3. No, you can get 2. You can get 2 out of a sheet of designer series paper. So you get 24 out of 1 pack because you can use any of the prints that are in the paper there. And so we're just going to add this little decoration to it. So we are featuring the Leaves of Holly stamp set and coordinating dies. And then we're pulling in this Boughs of Holly designer series paper. This is the star of the show, I think. So this is a beautiful paper pack. And I used the larger poinsettia print for this one, and we're going to use the smaller print for today's project. Lots of great coordinating colors. I love that this is very traditional red and green, but there's some pops of other greens in there that might not be considered as traditional, but I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So first of all, you need a large candy bar. So I think that's a fun thing to do. So this is about, let's see, what, 3.2 ounces. I think this one's also a 3.2 ounces. Let's see. Yeah, 3.2 ounces. So it measures, let's give you a measurement in case you're wondering the size of this candy bar. It is about just shy of 6 inches. I would say about 5 3/4. And the width is just under 3 inches. Okay, so this will work. You can use this for any size candy bar, but I think a nice large one is always fun. Hey, Jean, so glad you're here. Oh, overnight rain. Yes, I guess with the wildfires. Blah. You've got to, hopefully that rain is going to wipe out some of that smoke so you're not breathing all that in. So you guys have had a crazy year this year. All right, so I am going to start with my designer series paper. So again, after the video, I will go in and put the complete supply list. So all you have to do is click on the link, add it to your shopping cart, and you're good to go. I'll also have the list of cut dimensions for each of the layers as well. And I'm doing that in both the letter size and A4 size these days. So you can see that metric conversion. Now, this one is not a card. So the size, the finished size is about the same for both. I just didn't do anything crazy with that. All right, so you can use either side of your designer series paper. I'm going to start with the back here, and I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive. Well, I say I'm going to. Let's get in my silicone craft sheet. I'm just going to use my Stamp and Seal. And I'll put a little bit of adhesive on this outer edge here, okay? And my wrap is gonna go like this. So I also wanna put a little bit of adhesive on this outer edge on the front. Hopefully this is gonna make some sense. So I've got adhesive on the top and adhesive on the inside. And I'm literally gonna just lay this candy bar right down in here. And I'm gonna push that tight. against that designer paper, and I'm going to wrap this around. And then just give that a good push. The hard part is done. So now you have a beautiful wrap that goes nicely on your candy bar. I love it. It's so pretty. All right, let's add some decoration. So you could do a lot of different things with this. I decided to keep it fairly simple so that if you had to make a stack of these, you totally could very quickly. So the first thing I've got is my Mossy Meadow Cardstock, and I've die cut this with this largest label that's in the die set, the grenade die set. And I love that it cuts out all that detail. Now there is a die that you can back this with. So this one right here, if you cut this out and it layers perfectly. So if you want some two-tone color to your leaves, you could definitely do that. I'm leaving this simple and I'm not going to do that on this particular project. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start by adhering my label to my wrapper here. So let's just use a little bit of liquid glue. You can use Stamp & Seal if you prefer. Hey, Susan, so glad you're here. Hey, Jennifer. Yay, glad to see you. It's been a while. Good to see you guys. I can just picture all of your smiling faces. All right, so a little liquid glue. And we will just plop this right here on the front of our candy bar. And I use liquid glue because it's going to allow me to kind of slide it a minute to kind of get things where I want them until that glue sets. All right, very nice. Now, I did not add adhesive to this outer frame layer. You totally could. It's going to kind of get tacked down as we build our layers up in this, so I'm not really worried about it, okay? All right, move that out of our way. Next, I've got a scrap from the designer paper. So this print right here, while the backside is awesome with this little bark texture to it, I have been cutting these flowers out like a crazy woman. So you can cut these out. You cut out of the other, out of this print as well. I just think it's easy to get to these. So there's no die. I'm just going to take my paper snips and I am going to quickly fussy cut this out. So just kind of moving around the outside of my paper here. You can leave white space. You can cut it super close. It's entirely up to you. I like to, I think I've mentioned this to you guys before, I like to try to move the paper versus the scissor. And I also like to try to keep deep into the scissor versus the tip. Now, these are super sharp. These are our paper snips, and they are very sharp, and I love them. So they will cut all the way to the tip, but I find that when I'm doing something like this, I just get a better cut image if I stay in a little bit deeper. Now, I'm not going to try to cut down into all those little berries. I'm just going to do this and go around them. You could take the time and cut that if you want to cut that. I'll let you, right? I'm not gonna. I'm not the biggest fan of fussy cutting, if we're going to be honest here. I would use a die any day of the week. However, there are some things you just have to cut out with your paper snips, right? You just do. Okay. More than halfway there. This won't take us too much longer. And this print has some single flowers. It's got some double flowers. So you can go a little crazy. You could layer multiple flowers if you wanted to. Of course, you could die cut other images. This stamp set has some really great dies as well as stamped images where you can stamp holly leaves and berries. So there's lots of variety of things that you could do. All right, last little bit of fussy cutting here. We're going to go with that. Perfect. Now, this I'm just going to pop right up, and you can turn it however you want to, depending on how you want things to look. Yeah, maybe I'll turn this one this way this time. And so I'm going to pop that on with some dimensionals. So just flip that over. And let's see if I've got them or if I've buried them. There's some. So you could use regular dimensionals, mini dimensionals, whatever makes your heart happy. I don't think it really matters on this. I'm kind of keeping them close to the center here. You don't have to. Depends on where you want to place everything. Let's see. I don't want to lose that leaf. There we go. Cute, 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 cute. All right, next. I have used the smaller label and I've die cut basic white cardstock, just one of the small labels. So here's what I was talking about. You've got these detailed leaves, these outside shaped leaves. You've got some berries. There's the outside and detailed and a couple of sprigs there that you can use for die cutting. And then you've got coordinating images on a stamp with the leaves and the berries as well. So you have a lot of choices here in things that you can do. Now I'm going to stamp Christmas wishes on this. I could have stamped one of the other sentiments, but I like it to say Christmas wishes. So I'm going to just pull in this. Let's see if I've got a foam pad. Yes, I do. Sometimes with photopolymer stamps, it's nice to have a foam pad under the image to get a really good stamped image. Now, I wasn't having problems with it on this stamp set, but I thought it might give me a little better cushion because I have been having a little difficulty getting things straight. So let's see how I do here. I've got a second one. I haven't stamped it either, but I figured I got 2 tries. Yay. Okay, that's not bad. I'll take that one. You would think with photopolymer it would be really super easy, but for whatever reason, this one's messing with my head. Just a bit. Okay. So now I've got about 10 inches of ribbon. So this is the red ribbon from the red and green ribbon combo pack. And I'm just going to adhere it to the back of my sentiment here. So I'm just going to run a little bit of Stamp and Seal. And then I'm going to fold this kind of into 4. So I kind of slide it around however I want to do it. And then lay this label right on top. Now that it's stuck down, I can pull, I can move things around if I want to. Kind of spread that out a little bit. I like that. That looks pretty. Okay, so now I want to cover this with dimensionals. I'm going to get a little excessive with the dimensionals because I want it to help tack down that ribbon since I've got some overlapping going on. And we'll just pull the backing paper off. Yeah, that's 4 is a lot for a label that small, but that's okay. All right. And then I am just going to slide this. I might have gone too far. You know what? That one I'm going to pull off. And I'm going to put a little bit of liquid glue. And I'll tell you why. Whoops. My Stella jumped out at me. Always have Stella at your fingertips, right? You know, a little glitter, whatever. This would be pretty. You could color in this flower with the green Stella. So I changed my mind and put a little bit of liquid glue. The reason I did that, I popped this flower up and I want that label to overlap that flower a little bit. So I just didn't want it to fight with what was already there. And then I'm going to put this down. Now, I think I'm going to take this one because I don't know if I went all the way to the edge. I did not. I'm going to pop that one right on that other end. And then that will secure this down nicely. So cute. I love it. All right, let's add a little bling. Who doesn't love a little bling? It's the holidays. We need some sparkle. So I'm going to pull in the red rhinestones. These are in the annual catalog. So if you missed them, that's where they're at. And then we can just pull in a few little red rhinestones. A couple up there. Let's add one right there too. Now you could go crazy. You could add a bunch of red rhinestones. You could put rhinestones in the center of the flower. You know, whatever you feel is necessary to make your package the way you want it to be. So, right. So how fun would that be if you reach down into your stocking, your Christmas stocking, or you found one of these lovely chocolates on your desk at work from a coworker? That would be awesome as well. Or maybe you woke up one morning and this was laying on your pillow. That would be nice too, right? So lots of great ways to share some little festive fun during the holidays and make those little stocking stuffers a little extra special. Good, you guys are liking it? Yay! So you guys will have to try this out. We have lots and lots of great products that would work, but I am loving this traditional red and green suite. It's just so pretty. So yeah. All right. Don't forget, I have registration open for my Vows of Holly card class. If you love this suite, you do not want to miss this class. They turned out gorgeous. I'm really pleased with them. And that registration closes October 1st. If you're in my card club, I will see you. I look forward to seeing you tonight for our weekly live paper crafting. And if you joined me for bingo, we've got bingo coming up this weekend. Yay, that's going to be a good time as well. So, and then registration is also going on for our Makers Mojo event that's happening later in October. And then, of course, the free event that's going on, Stampin' Up! Is doing a World Card Making Day event on October 1st. So all kinds of fun things going on. If you need help getting signed up for anything, just shoot me a note. You can send me a message on Messenger. You can leave me a comment here on this video, on my website. You can email me, and I will answer and get you all squared away, right? If you're enjoying the videos, please share these with your crafty friends, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys next Tuesday for another crafty fun project. All right? Yes, yeah, Jean, I totally am right there with you. I would have trouble eating the candy bar while wrapping it as well. I don't know if the candy would ever make it in the package, but see, you can slide this off, right? So if you eat this, you can always get another one and then slide it back in, right? Easier said than done. All right, thank you all. Have a great Tuesday, and I'll see you again.